14th. All right, guys, we got 108. We're getting ready to leave out of the lookout. And July the 14th. We're gonna do a little slack packing. See my little slack I got on? My little slack packer. Anyways, headed to a place called Bert's Restaurant in Palmerton. And yeah, gonna stay there. They should drop my pack off. I think the restaurant closes at 2, so I may miss the food. But oh well. They got a Dollar General and I think a grocery store. All right, on down the trail. Laters. So I'm in this hike for probably about 45 minutes now. Going on an hour. And, you know, I don't know if taking those zeros, at least this past, seems like the last time I took some zeros for an injury, I got going a couple days later and the injury was still there. Except my shin splints. Those have been really good zeros. But past 3 days I spent at Port Clinton. Nothing against Port Clinton, because that was a great place. Man, my heel just always bothers me. It depends on how it bothers me or which way it bothers me. You know, and then my knee, I use some of that KT tape. I don't think that stuff's worth doo-doo. I haven't been using it properly. I'd rather just use plain old tape. Anyways, so here I am slack packing. I have basically nothing but a water bottle, snacks, and my toiletry Ziploc. All right, don't want to leave home without that. And I'm like, maybe this is the thing to do. Instead of taking zeros, just slack pack, if I can. Sometimes you can't because you don't have Hostel drivers. Usually it's like hostels. You stay at a hostel and they'll provide a slack pack for you. Because they're normally near the trailhead or near the trail and it's convenient for them and convenient for the hiker. But maybe I should just start doing these instead of taking zeros, because then I can get no mileage done. So today is 14, which is really easy. 14 is a breeze, but not when you're all broke. So look at this terrain I'm on. It's like a freaking Jeep trail right now. Well, here's all them little ankle biters. Ankle twisters. These are really good for your ankle. Yeah, I did this all day yesterday. All day yesterday. Anyways, on down the trail. On down the trail. Here's the kind of stuff you deal with. Hiking wise, Rock Sylvania is bouncing off all these rocks without slipping. Once again. And this is why I can't film this area, because I need all hands on deck. But there's your white blades. Goes back up in there. Anyways, onward. I'm not sure this video does justice, but just came up that mess. And I'm headed to this mess. craziness. Onward. I'm not sure if that shows anything, but onward. Alright guys, well y'all saw that picture. I came out here on this pinnacle. Ugh. Nice. Alright, on down the trail. Alright guys, so I came down off of all that mess. Came out over there. This is the Leia River. And I'll be going to this intersection, making a left. Taking myself into Palmerton where I'll be staying for the night. I didn't realize that highway up there is kind of busy. I'm going to be taking a left on it. Huh. That ought to be interesting. Alright guys, let you know how it works out. Alright, basically guys, I came around from the corner over yonder and I walked to the right. That's the bridge I just came across over there. And then I crossed right here, headed up, and then there's a blue blaze that'll take me into the town. And then I just get back. All right, on down the trail. There's that bridge I crossed. Hey guys, so I made it to Bert's restaurant and pretty much like a diner. Ordered a burger. They closed at 2, but I got here on time. And then the hostel I hear is behind here. So we'll go check that out. All right, cool. So hey guys, so I came around the corner from over yonder on the other side of that dumpster there. That was the front of the restaurant that I was eating at. Here's the hostel. Prime is in here. Must be talking to his wife or something, speaking his language.
Perché adesso sì, non è un po' gonfio, ma adesso vediamo, valuto tutto, qualunque scenario, diciamo. Ma non so.
Alrighty.
1000 come il 2000.
Sorry guys, I told y'all that. So that's the back of the restaurant. To get into the hostel is the next door over where the stairs are at. And you can see my shoes down there, they're drying in the sun. So over here, the door to the right there, that was the restroom. Down here is where the laundry's at. Down into this basement. Of course, Monday and Tuesday, it says it closes at 2. But I'm like, I didn't get here till 1:30. So, anyways, then you go back in here. I'm doing laundry. All right, just want to show y'all that.